between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He was taken down by...
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 50 cents. Mike, 50 cents. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 57. 57's right.
Here's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
43-yard line.
Throwing now is Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Locke, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Come to the
Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
And 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This time Jackson will throw it. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
44 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
To Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the corner. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Ferguson there on the tackle.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
at their own 47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
First down, Ravens.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Michel on the handoff.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brought down.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team, because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
Take over 1st and 10. At their
The
own.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on the
best.
gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
At the 14-yard
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Burton. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. That one complete to Hill. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken around the 12. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Block off a play action. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Are in for 6.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 23. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Block now to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke out quickly to Judy. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The former 1st-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me.